Welcome to match 275. I'm going to do a tag team this time. The powers of pain against the natural disasters. So here we go. This should be fun. And I'm putting this King of the Ring Hasbro toy ring, the yellow ring. I think it looks cool. There it is. All right, let's see how this match goes. This should be interesting. There's all these got these all four of these are downloaded from one of the search Honcho's Legends did these legends, and does a real good job if you want wrestlers from like the 80s and 90s and stuff from the past. They do a great job on. I get a lot of them from that account. But yeah, they did a good Killer Bees and at the British Bulldogs there. A lot of good tag teams. I like a lot of the tag teams from the 80s, 90s eras. So early 80s, early 90s. And I got a nasty. I forget. I didn't get a Nasty Boys from that account. They didn't do a Nasty Boys yet, but I do have a good Nasty Boys in as well as a Beverly Brothers. Here comes Typhoon. Typhoon was famous. Was Tugboat. Then it became the Typhoon. It was actually Tugboat Thomas. I don't know if people remember that. He actually started out as Tugboat Thomas, then just shortened it to Tugboat, and then then became Typhoon with the natural disasters with Earthquake. Earthquake was the Canadian earthquake. And then Typhoon was also famously the one that tripped coming in the famous moment in WCW. Tripped coming into the interview segment, and the helmet fell off and everything like that. That was the guy who played Typhoon. One of wrestling's biggest blooper moments. All right, Barbarians getting thrown around here. Yeah, Powers of Pain were they managed by Mr. Fuji. And there was one of the Survivor Series. Like Fuji came into the ring with Demolition and left with the Powers of Pain. And the Powers of Pain and Demolition feuded. That was a pretty cool. I think it's either Survivor Series 1 or 2. I'm trying to remember. It was one of the first two Survivor Series. I forget which one it was. I'll have to check that. All right, yeah, I got no DQs in this. The chairs in there. So the tag team. I like how the tag team matches work a lot better in 2K24 than the past. They did a good job with the tag teams. I feel like the interference is not overdone when there's a pin count and they come interfere with it. It's done a little better this year. I'm enjoying the tag matches better than ever before in 24. But you still can't turn off the interference like in Fire Pro. So I'll still be doing Fire Pro matches on my channel. I'll always do Fire Pro matches on my channel. I love that game. I hope there's a Fire Pro 2 one day, because I'd like to see them expand on what they did. Because I think Fire Pro was my favorite wrestling game ever until 2K24 came out, and I like 2K24 a little bit better, but not by a lot. It just barely took it. I actually liked Fire Pro better than 2K23, but 24's surpassed it barely, because they get all the wrestler tendencies now, and a lot of things. They took a lot of stuff from Fire Pro to beat Fire Pro. Some people probably still think Fire Pro is better than 2K24, which I can't. I can't argue with that. It's definitely Fire Pro's in the argument for the best wrestling game ever. Definitely it's in the top for me. I mean, some people might hate it because of its retro graphics and stuff, but in my opinion, what I personally enjoy is the Fire Pro game. And the AEW Fight Forever could have been in the talk too, because I love gameplay, but it's the lack of options that kills AEW Fight Forever, because the gameplay is great. I actually really enjoy that game. It just you can't the matches are too short, and you can't tweak anything to make them longer, and you can't edit the attributes of the wrestlers. It's just too limited. Because the possibilities are endless with 2K24. Oh, nice splash by Earthquake there. So if I've said if there's one game that I can only play one game, it'd be this game, 2K24. But they do 2K does a good job. They do a great job with their basketball. If you're in the NBA, their basketball game is excellent. If you've never played NBA 2K, they do. I wish they would get the other sports back because they used to do baseball and I think they did hockey. They did everything. They did baseball, hockey. They did football way back. They did good with football. EA got the exclusive license though. But 2K did a good job with the other sports. For now, they just have basketball. Basically, just have NBA and WWE now. But they used to do the other stuff too. Because I think they did hockey way back too. It was good. But I mean, the EA does a good job with the hockey game. I enjoy the NHL hockey game every year. All right, this is good. Yeah, these tag matches go a little longer because there's more wrestlers to wear down, but they're good matches. I like using these old teams because I think the best time, but in my for managers, tag teams and like the 80s into the early 90s. That time period had some of the best tag teams and managers. So I like to go back and play these old teams. I wish more of them were in game because you got the Hart Foundation and the Steiner brothers, but I wish they had these other teams. But you wouldn't know they're not in the game by looking at how well done these are. But I'd like to see more tag teams in there. But the managers too with Bobby Heenan and all those, Captain Lou. Which I need to add more managers from that time period. I think they have Bobby Heenan and Jimmy Hart's going to be in DLC later on. But they need to add more. They need to get Slick in there and Captain Lou and stuff like that. Ooh, nice move by the Warlord here. Got a cover. See, they don't interfere as much. Earthquake's watching. All right, Powers of Pain win. Let's get the word.